Ready to go? Today it's the ORL and the ORL IROC series, the first ever IROC. We are at Daytona for this, the first of a 4-race series. And, well, it's almost start time. We're getting ready to go. Jacob Hitz and Jimmy Powell here with you for the call for today's race here on the ORL Racing Network. So, Jimmy, it's we've looked at practice here so far. Of course, with IROC, there is no qualifying, so we went straight to happy hour and to the driver's meeting, and now we're getting ready to go for the race. How do you think things will go here this afternoon?
One key thing about this race is that there's a lot of suck up in the draft. So, and for some reason we're on the backstretch, but that's all right. But there's a lot of suck up, so passing is going to be relatively easy as long as you have a partner behind you. And the outside is very much a preferred line here, if you can maintain it, because the inside is a little bit loose. So I feel like you're going to see a lot of people drift up more towards the middle and the high side. And also the cars seem to be a little bit free in the corners. So we'll see how that works out.
Absolutely. All right.
Oh, and bump drafting is going to be pretty treacherous because of the curved bumpers.
Definitely. 40 laps and 2x wear here at Daytona International Speedway.
So we might have a pit stop.
We should.
Yes, we will.
We should.
Yes, we will.
Fuel is...
at least one.
Fuel is only about 30 laps or so. So we definitely should. And here is the command to fire the engines.
Jason Hubbard out on the front. The two guys who led the point standings in the first season on the front row. And for some reason the grid isn't... Oh, it's probably because we aren't on track.
It's because we aren't, exactly. So,
yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yep, that makes sense. There it is.
And actually, this race is going to be pretty unique because we don't have an official doing stuff right here because Travis is on track. So they're going to be self-officiating pretty much.
Yes.
And if they have black flags, I guess I can type them out if they really need it.
I did give you and Travis both boss. So we should be able to get through this one way or another.
I don't remember exactly what the command was. I think it's just like...
It is exclamation point clear _ black space, then the number, or the number sign, like the hashtag sign, and then the number of the car. Field is coming through turn 4. 8 drivers. These are the top 8 drivers in points from Season 1. So we have Alvarez, Hubbard, drive-through. Travis Rolone, even though he didn't run the last couple of races, and a whole bunch more. They're in the tri-oval. And the green flag is out. We're underway at Daytona.
Good start there for the inside row right there. Hubbard moves up to the outside, keeps the outside in check. We'll see what happens here going through turn 1.
Rolone and Rowan using that bottom line, trying to get a run. Hubbard comes back down to the bottom and blocks that spot as they're in turn 2. And now they head to the backstretch for the first time. Still not quite up to full speed yet.
78 had a little bit of an opportunity to get down into the inside, but he didn't take it. I guess he's going to fall back here for a moment. We've seen that with the 78 before. He's stayed in the back for most of the race, and then he gets up there around 10 to go. So that might be his strategy for this race as well.
Rolone looks to the high side, has no help. He's going to fall back as Rowan takes second. And here comes Bull sliding in for third. And now Trace goes to the inside and gets loose.
Wow.
They hang on to it for now.
But Hubbard will lead the first lap.
1 lap in the books here at Daytona.
Christopher Rowan, he sat out for a couple of races, but he's a really good racer, especially on these restrictor plate tracks, and there he is up in the second spot. Side by side from third place on back, Trace Ryder moving up in the 9. He's got help from David Alvarez in the 78.
That's your Season 1 champion there in that black 78 Magnavox car. He's got Drew Hutchinson behind him, and then Rolone all the way in the back. Top 4 single file, then side by side Hutchinson and Bowles. Here's Trace looking to the outside. Rowan
Tried
comes
do
up to
something
pick
there.
him up.
78 is blinking a little bit, but that's standard issue for him.
Yeah, that's typical at this point in the season. And
Oh,
Alvarez
he's going to try to
looks
make a
the
move on the outside, but 97 doesn't go with him.
Nobody goes with him.
That's one of the issues with moving up to the outside, so you don't know if somebody's going to go with you or not.
Back to
And like I was saying, like these guys, they aren't like very close to the apron, except for the 97 there, but they're not trying to get too close to the apron because it gets really bumpy, and it can sometimes throw those cars sideways. Here comes Drew down to the inside.
Trace slid up the hill. Now Rowan slid up the hill to try and pick his draft up. Hutchinson, Bowles, and drive-through all on the bottom.
That was a sketchy bump.
Man, I thought they were going to go 3 wide for a second. They thought better of it. Hubbard has led every single lap so far. Here's Hutchinson to the bottom.
Here comes Drew to the inside. Now, Drew was, no offense really, like, necessary here, but he was mostly a back marker for most of the season, but here he is up at the front, and he's going to lead
Close
this
at the
lap.
line. He will lead the lap.
Wow, that was
side
really
by
close,
side,
too.
3 cars.
Outside's going to have an advantage here.
They've got Alvarez up on that outside line. Rolone just trying to stay out of it, as these
What's
cars
crazy
are
about
pretty
this
unstable.
That all 3 drive-through Racing Ventures cars are in the top 8 of points, so they're all in this race.
As are the Alvarez Motorsports cars.
Yes.
They were also the top 8 in points. The only car that is excluded is the 9 of Trace Ryder, who beat you out of that last spot due to the race at Iowa, Jimmy.
Yeah, and it's probably a good thing that I didn't race that because, you know, I'd rather be in the booth anyways.
Yeah, they come off turn 4. Hutchinson
out in
clear.
front.
He's got
James Bowles at 85.
Him.
Bowles had a pretty up and down season, but he's up there in the 2nd place, and he's pretty good on these restrictor plate tracks. We saw it at Talladega. He's very much a key component for that race.
Hutchinson ran the middle line, now comes back to the bottom.
Drive through. A little bit tired today because he ran the 24 hours at Daytona.
He's never going to want to race at Daytona again in his life. He ran the 24 hours on iRacing yesterday. That ended at 8:40 this morning. And now here he is running in IROC another 40 laps here at Daytona. At least they don't have to go through the chicane, and it's just full-on pedal to the metal, keep it off the walls.
Hubbard went down on the apron there a little bit, and that's one thing that I've noticed as well, is that a lot of people are clipping that apron, and what I suspect that it is that they're hitting that.
Hubbard!
Whoa!
Got sideways things on.
That's the curved bumper I was talking about. The bump drafting is really treacherous, and you want to be very careful about it.
He tried to give Rowan a shot going through the tri-oval, and
and that's another thing. You don't want to push in any corners. Here comes Bowles to the lead.
Drive-through Racing Ventures on the inside line, the top 3.
Here comes Jason to the outside. He's going to try to help Drew. A little bit of a sketchy bump there, but it worked out. But the outside, you really have to have, if you're going to go to the outside, you have to make it stick and out of
really slid up the hill. Hutchinson leans on drive-through.
Here comes Rowan to the inside for the lead.
Christopher Rowan, he won the shootout earlier on this year, and he will go to the lead here at Daytona.
He did not lead that lap,
no, he did not. Now
the
he
85 led his first lap there. Oh, man, the 66 almost got into the 97.
These cars are all over the place.
I told you, these cars are very loose. They're very loose on this track, and a lot of people, like, they commented about it. So we're going to see a lot of sliding around, but so far it looks like that they're keeping everything relatively calm.
And
you got 2 drive-through cars up there in the front.
These cars will be running with restrictor plates for the whole IROC season. Next weekend at Atlanta, then the following weekend at Auto Club, and then to wrap it up at Talladega. The weekend before
the wrap at
Talladega
will be really interesting.
And dropping frames. Wonderful. All right. 7 laps in the books here at Daytona as well.
The they tried.
Hubbard and Hutchinson really slid up the hill. Here comes Trace to pass both of them down on the bottom.
If they can hold on to it, they could probably hold their own, but I don't know. It's if that 97 can keep in that draft. Here comes the 78, though, and he's going to get a draft off the 97, and nope, he's going to fall through the back.
I think him and Rolone just want to hang in the back and stay out of trouble. His drive-through caught the apron. Really got sideways, but hangs onto it.
like I tried to say earlier, like when you're trying to make a move on the outside, you pretty much have to have the run off the corner to make it stick. If you try to do it late, if you try to do it early in the corner, it's just not going to work.
This is a track where you absolutely need help to get by another car. If you do not have help in your line and you have a run, your run's going to be gone in a second and you'll be at the back of the line.
Great example. The 9 moved up to the outside. Nobody went with him. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
he gets turned!
And
hard!
wall.
More
Head
trouble!
on to the wall.
More trouble! Around goes Hubbard, around goes Rallone. That's going to bring out the caution.
That's definitely a caution right there.
They will not race it back. Car slowing down already. Let's take a look, see what happened. This is in turn 2. The 9 got hooked, I believe, by the 97, it looked like.
I didn't like what Drew was trying to do there, moving down the apron.
So, the Hutchinson moved onto the apron. Hubbard moved up to avoid and just hooked Trace in the left rear.
I think he moved up because he was expecting the 97 to come right back up in front of him.
Caught Bowles,
and then the
saved
66.
it.
The 66 was caught on the inside, came back up and right in front of the 00. Nothing
hard into the wall went the 9 head on, and then even harder hit for the 66 of Hubbard. He almost went over.
Yeah, he was trying to hold on to it, and he came right up in front of the 00. Nothing those two guys could have done. It doesn't look like anybody tried to do anything wrong there. Just
wrong place, wrong time. Here's the onboard with Rallone.
Probably a good thing that I got those pit schemes. Got those pit schemes because everybody's down pit road right now. And the first one off is Christopher Rowan.
And then it's Bowles and then Drive-Thru. So Drive-Thru Racing Ventures will head back up to the front. And a new driver for this season, for this upcoming season with Cup 2000 is the 9 of Trace Ryder, as he will be with Drive-Thru Racing Ventures for next season. 9 laps in the books. The field will red flag it here on the back stretch. And then we'll go back green here in a moment.
Yeah, I was wondering if Chris was going to slow down, but now he's doing it.
Yep.
But it's been a pretty clean start so far. That wreck was... It looked like the wreck wasn't anything like intentional or anything. It was just...
Wrong place at the wrong time. Well...
I don't think that Drew should have been down on the apron, but it looked like that his car got a little bit loose anyways.
Yeah.
So it could have been just an issue of him just catching the apron a bit and sent him down. Not sure.
Yep.
And like we've been saying, these cars are really loose, so it could be any factor really. Could have been a sudden wind gust. Who knows? A lot of these old Daytona tracks, the cars seem to glide on top of the surface. They don't really stick to them. They kind of glide.
Definitely.
So it's almost like ice skating, but at 200 miles an hour.
Yep. Everybody should be here and ready to go.
Looks like it.
Okay.
We shouldn't.
Did
have
you clear
any
the black
flags
of the 9 car?
I did not realize that was.
All right, I'll do it.
No, I'll do it.
Oh, okay. And then the 78 will go to the back.
The player is not serving a penalty.
Oh well, then maybe Travis cleared it.
Oh,
okay. Well, here we go.
Okay.
So here they go.
78 is going to EOL, I think voluntarily.
Yep.
So, which makes sense because that's
Doesn't
usually his. Although that wreck happened in the back, it might not be safe to be just in the back. Really, with a small crowd like this, you can't really predict where the
you're
wrecks
safe
are
nowhere at Daytona.
Yeah.
It's that simple. There is no place to hide. Daytona will
At Talladega,
find you.
At Talladega, you have a little bit of leeway because the track is wider, but
absolutely.
But here they come off of turn 4.
Come through 4,
and we should get the restart here this time. 22 will call it.
Rowan, Drive-Thru, Bowles, Hutchinson, and now it is Rallone. That's your top 5. Green flag.
Green flag.
We're green again.
That was...
really slow start.
Yeah, and the 66 moved up to the outside. He kind of advanced his position, but I don't think we have a rule against that.
Well, and the 78 lost a lot of time. I'd be worried about him losing the pack.
Oh, no! The 78 blew 3rd gear.
Oh! Wow.
That
Bad
is really
luck
bad.
continues
I cannot
for David
believe
Alvarez.
this. Now David, he can run 4th gear, but
It's going to take him a long time to get up to speed.
he's not going to be able to catch this.
Leading in the All-Star race, had the engine blow, did not win a race, but still won the championship.
It's incredible just how much bad luck. We'll see. Maybe season 2 luck will change for 78.
Unreal.
Then we can make a good season's David Alvarez.
Quarter of the way through here at Daytona.
Chris out in front, and he's got drive-through right behind him. Here comes Travis Rolone, and he was up at the front for a brief time. Oh, geez, the 97.
He was involved in that last wreck, and he's all the way back in 3rd.
Doesn't seem like he got much damage. It doesn't look like him or the 66 got too much damage.
The 66 lost a little bit off the back bumper, I noticed, when they came around. But other than that, it appears that he's all right. Top 3 breaking away.
Yeah.
And Bowles gets by Hutchinson on the outside.
Well, he's got to run.
And here comes Hubbard and Tyler, or Trace rather, in the 9. Oh, Hubbard got loose and hung onto it.
Those guys are going to have to band together if they want to catch back up with those guys.
Yep, 3 cars and then Bowles and then
they got a pretty strong draft right here. Bowles is hanging on though. It looks like maybe after this corner he'll get a run on him. Yeah, he's getting a run right now. If he can just stop hitting that apron.
Off of turn 2. Everybody single file, and then Alvarez way in the back. Malone running in 3rd. Won 4 races.
Here comes Hutchinson. He's making his way up. And that means that those guys back there... Oh, actually, they're pretty far behind the 97. They might lose this draft.
And here comes drive through to the bottom of Rowan. Darn it. Darn it. We were just talking about that earlier, how I did it at New Smyrna. I did it again. And now here's drive through to the outside. Rolone to the bottom.
Travis going towards the lead here. Drive-through will not lead this lap.
Nope. Travis takes the lead away. Just talking about how we got 4 wins. Then he left the sport for a while, then came back as our official. Decided to hop back behind the wheel for this stint and then head back to the tower for season 2. Here's Bowles to the bottom for the lead.
And because of other obligations, he might not be back for the other IROC races, but we'll have to see.
As long as David's here, I think he'll be here. He'll be fine. 14 laps in the books here at Daytona. And now it's Jason Bowles back out in front.
Jason Bowles? James Bowles? It's one of the 2.
Oh, did I do that again? Really?
Man.
All right, I quit.
James Rolone.
Yep.
D-Ray is really flirting with that apron, and I don't really like that.
Jimmy
especially
Hutchinson
in the
turn. The 12th. All right. Oh, my. Look at them. Down into turn 3. That was close.
Oh, and all that moving around let the 66 and the 9 get a run on them.
Yeah,
so now they're catching back up.
Only problem is that the 78 has now really lost the draft. 9 seconds behind. Hutchinson to the outside. He's going to get freight trained. Comes back in line. All over the bumper of the 85.
He's trying to get any sort of run that he can, but I don't think the 22 is going to go with him.
Yeah, he's got to get out of it, but the only problem is he's got the 22 right on his bumper. Looks to the bottom.
If he goes up to the outside here, he might have a chance, but it's all about if anybody goes with him.
Still doesn't really have a run. Looks to the outside. I don't think he'll have the help. Into turn 3, he will not. More dropped frames. Love it.
Drive-through seems to be laying back a little bit. He's keeping about a car length distance between him and the 22.
Just a little bit. Bowles leads another lap. Driver that leads the most laps gets 3 bonus points.
Oh, what are they doing?
That was close. Hutchinson almost turned Bowles into the wall.
He almost did it again.
And they got back in line to turn 1.
They're hanging on to it. They're keeping a good single file line
Hutchinson
here.
got loose.
He's looking, but the
Rolling
22 is
down
not
to the
going to
bottom.
The 22 is not going to
He's
go
there.
with the 97.
Oh, he barely fit in that hole. Oh, all over the place. Look out.
Now, with that pit stop, I don't think that was enough for them to make it all the way around. So they'll still have to do one more pit stop, most likely. Here comes the 66 to the outside
It'll
with no
be
help.
close. When this caution came out, they can make it on about 30 laps of fuel. And when the caution came out, it was close to the quarter mark. So it will be close.
Unless they must have clutched hard.
I think that they will be a couple of laps short, though.
Yeah.
If they get another caution...
It'll take another caution for them to get all fueled
If they
back
get
up.
another caution or green flag stops late, see who can strategize.
And I don't think that's going to help David either. With his
No.
blown third gear, I don't think it's going to help at all.
No, unless he tries to save fuel. But
Drew's going to try to make a run to the outside
he's lost
again.
so much time already. Hutchinson
But nobody's
gets
going
loose.
with him. Nobody's going with
That's
him.
to the bottom. Has a
Oh,
hole.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yikes.
He's getting really aggressive for this kind of period.
And
You know,
he's struggling to hold his line in the corners.
and in the straightaways.
18
And he's getting
in
on
books.
the apron too. The apron is what really concerns me.
Oh, no! Rallone gets
That's-
turned
that
off
might
the
not be a
bumper of
caution, though.
Hubbard.
That might not be a caution though. I think he's off the track. Yeah,
We're
I
still
think They're
green.
gonna stay green. They're gonna stay green.
We're still racing.
Well, that sucks for Travis. Now he's just
Yeah.
gonna have to bank on another caution to happen.
Hopefully his tires aren't shot from spinning out.
They should be fine. It wasn't that long of a spin.
Yeah.
Bowles out in front, Hutchinson second, Rowan third, drive through fourth, and Hubbard fifth. That's
The
your
blue
top
car
five.
group back there, 3rd through 5th.
The blue man group.
Next time by, we will be halfway home here at Daytona. And this pack is slowly decreasing in size as Hutchinson all over the apron.
Oh my. Travis went all the way back to where the 78 was.
Let's take a look at that replay.
66 had a run down on the inside, and I don't know if it was the 00 who blocked or the 66 came up.
Let's take a look. Coming out of the tri-oval. And I would say the 66 went down a little far. But the 00 came down and around he went. Hutchinson looking to the outside of Bowles, but without that help, it's just not going to work.
Oh man, the
Halfway.
22 has a huge run, but he backs out. Oh my gosh, the 97 is scaring me. He's going to end up spinning himself if he keeps doing that.
That or the car in front of him.
But you saw what that run did. They backed up to the 66 and they got that train, got him that run. They know that it works now. It's just when are they going to use that to their advantage? Oh my goodness. 66 is right on the back bumper of the 77. That's what scares me when they get really close to each other like that. Especially with these curved noses. 'Cause you never know where the cars are going to go at that point. You have to be pretty square.
Well.
You have to be very square. 97's laying back a little bit, maybe trying to get a run. Ah, I don't like that.
Yeah, hitting the apron's not going to help him, though. It's going to slow him down.
I know, and that's the one thing that aggravates me is that he could be having really good runs right now if he just did not hit that. But it's not steering assist.
Could be steering ratio, but...
Could be the exact opposite of steering assist, really.
Yeah.
Hey, you see, look at that. The 66 tried to move to the outside with the 9, and they did it way too early, and they just could not get the run.
Yep.
If he had done it maybe right there, he probably would have gotten the run on the 77. But even then, I don't think it would have been enough because 2 against 4.
These guys are going to have to work together to try and get by that 85.
And remember, three bonus points to the person who leads the most laps.
I don't see Rowan or Drive-Thru really making a push to try and get by the 85 because they're all teammates.
I think the reason why... Well, no, it's probably not teammate battle or anything like this because there really is no teams in this. Oh, my goodness, look at the 66. Oh, whoa.
Down on the apron.
Did you see that?
Hangs on.
Oh, my goodness. Now, there's really no teammates in this series, so we'll have to see. Here comes the 97 to the outside. He's got a nose, but I don't think it... Oh, my goodness. He's so close.
Bulls pushed him up the track.
That's going to open the inside. Couldn't do it.
Rowan did not have a big enough run. More dropped frames. Wonderful. Down the backstretch. This time by, we will have 24 laps in the books.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Bulls,
both hit the apron this time.
Everybody's staying single file right now. I think they're all just waiting until green flag stops.
Hutchinson to the outside.
66 is moving to the outside.
He's not clear.
Ah, there it is. And the
Rolling
20,
to the
22
inside.
to the inside.
Bye-bye, Hutchinson. Tried to cut down in front of drive-thru. Didn't work.
.22 now to the back bumper.
Comes in line in front of Hubbard.
So now the drive-thru ventures team 1, 2, 3. Yes, I believe so. Oh!
Trouble! Hutchinson saves it. Oh no, he doesn't.
No! Wait!
Now he does. 15 to go.
And
No
we're gonna
caution.
stay green. Wow. Now the top 3 is completely separated. Well, the 66 still has a little bit of a draft.
Yeah, he needs that 9 car to really get closer to his back bumper, though.
He could probably catch up with
that
himself,
just
but I'm
set
not
up
sure.
a drive-thru racing ventures 1, 2, 3.
James is liking what he's seeing right now.
Absolutely.
He's probably going to get the 3 bonus points.
He knows that he has teammates that could try to get by him at any point.
Either he's really comfortable right now or really nervous. We could be seeing green flag stops here soon. The question is whether or not a caution will come out or not.
Yeah, well, I think because the pack is so spread out at this point, I don't think we'll see a yellow.
It'll just be down to fuel strategy, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet the 78 is probably going to try to stretch out his fuel as much as he can.
Well, he's back there with the 00, so they've got a little bit of a draft at least. Trying to hang on, not get lapped.
They are in the tri-oval right now. They are on complete opposite ends of the speedway.
Into 3 and 4. Closing in on just 10 laps to go here at Daytona.
13 this time? Or, yeah, I think so. .22's looking to the outside, but I don't know if the 77 is going to give him any help. And I think at this point, James will get the most laps led.
I think at this point, they're just trying to stay in line, especially the cars behind James, so they can try and save a little bit more fuel in the draft.
66 is lined up with the 9, but it's not helping them much. I think
they haven't been able to
lost this
lose
back.
too much, though, which is a good thing. Now that the lead pack is only 3
I think after
cars,
this turn, it's pretty much over for their draft. They're probably going to start sinking back here soon.
with the lead pack only being 3 cars now, that helps out everybody, especially if Hutchinson can get in the draft of the 78 and the 00 all the way on the other end of the speedway.
$12 to go.
More frames lost. Wonderful. Love it.
I just saw him go down to 180. I wonder if they're I wonder if they're all collectively saving.
It's possible. Teamwork. Because if you notice, that farther pack hasn't really lost a lot of ground.
You see, they go like 181 in the corners, and they were going 185 easily. last time around, so it could be that they are just trying to save fuel together.
11 to go. They're all maintaining the gap.
I mean, there's pretty much no difference from the last lap.
Yeah.
Coming to 10 to go this time. Ball's out in front, Rowan in second, and drive through third. Your top three. All teammates, at least from this season. You see, they're slowing down. I told you, like, you can see them slowing down in the corners.
Yeah. It's just enough where they do not want to have to pit again. Whether or not they can make it is an entirely different story. 10 laps to go. Do they have enough fuel?
I don't think they do.
How much are they going to risk it?
I don't think they can save enough, but we'll see. It looks like they didn't slow down in that corner too much.
They pulled away by about 1/10 of a second away from the 66 and the 9. That is definitely something to keep an eye on. Whether or not that's the top 3 speeding up or the back 2 slowing down.
Either way you shake it, it's going to be a good points day for the 85. Gets those 3 bonus points. Definitely going to help them out here.
Yeah, so far
the 9 to go.
The only drive-through racing venture car that hasn't led a lap is drive-through. He was out in front for a moment, but Rallone took that spot away from him immediately. And now they really are distancing themselves from the 66 and the 9. Now 2 seconds the gap.
You think maybe they have enough saved?
They might think so. That or the 66 and the 9 are really trying to save. Thinking that they've got the better chance to make it on fuel.
They're at 179 on the backstretch. You know what? I feel like they're doing that. That's probably what they're doing. Maybe they think that those top 3 aren't going to make it on fuel.
Those top 3 running the middle line's not helping them, that's for sure. You want to run the bottom when you're trying to save fuel. Then you're running the least amount of distance on the track. 8 laps remaining. Three seconds the gap. The top 3 pulling away from the 4th and 5th place car by about a second a lap.
So 8 to go, 7 to go when they come back. You got to think, are these top 3 well on their way to having enough fuel? It's really weird to see fuel mileage races at plate tracks.
Yeah. And we're bound to see one in Talladega in a couple of weeks, and probably at the next 2 races in Atlanta and Auto Club.
Unless it's a wreck fest.
Well, that's always possible.
I'll tell you what, that 22 right now, if he has enough fuel, he's got to be thinking right now, what am I going to do with the 85? How am I going to get around him? Is 77 going to go with me?
22 looks to the inside. 85 pulls back in line.
If I were the 77 right now, I would want to go onto the outside with the 22.
Down the backstretch. 6 laps to go this time by. And you know the pressure is building.
They were slowing down the last corner, so maybe they were trying to save a little more.
You know the pressure's building on this team to try and bring it home.
No, it's building on the 85 right now. There is no teammates in this race.
6
They all just know that they're the
to
top
go.
3.
A caution right now would really throw a wrench into things. 22
Look at
and
that.
77.
177 in the corner. 177 in the corner. They're definitely trying to save.
The average speed has slowed down a little bit. Now it's about 168 miles an hour. .22 and the 77, keeping a good enough distance between the 85.
James is gonna have to do some serious blocking here.
Running it a little bit easier than that 85, maybe.
Now the 85 is hitting direct air, so he's not getting very good fuel mileage here. he might actually be the one to run out if any of these guys are going to run out.
5 laps remain in IROC at Daytona.
If not everybody. 22, it looks like the 22 is trying to practice his runs here. You see they slow down to 178 in the corners.
That's what I'm wondering. That, or they're trying to save enough fuel, but still get the draft off that 85.
I think they know, once they know that they're safe in that fuel margin, then they're going to try to make their move, because they can't move out into dirty air, because that's going to use up more fuel. And the only way they're going to get around this 85 is the outside.
Yeah. Unless they wreck the 85 or put him in the wall or just
which we've seen before.
The racetrack, get him loose.
And they slow down again.
Still running that middle line. They got to keep it down on that. They got to keep it on the yellow line. Otherwise, I don't think they're going to get the most out of their saving.
I think they're moving up because the direct bottom is just way too loose.
Well,
175.
Then I sincerely doubt that they're going to be able to make it.
They're trying everything they can.
Because the 2 cars behind him are on the yellow line, as far as I can tell.
They're coming up to 3 to go. Really, at this point, they've lost all of their opportunities to go down pit road. If they go down pit road now, they pretty much forfeit the race, because those guys in the back who are 32 seconds behind, they've been waiting this whole time, and they probably have enough fuel to make it around.
You never know who thinks that they have enough fuel to make it. Right now, we don't know if anybody does. 3 to go.
3 to go. They're still slowing down. 175. 174. Oh my goodness. I think they're clutching it like through the tri-oval and such.
It's possible.
They're like 10 miles slower.
Nobody has pitted since we went back green.
85's got a pretty good lead. 22 and 77 are laying back a little bit. You think maybe they're trying to get a run?
Well, it's possible.
Nope, they're slowing down again. They're trying to save as much fuel as they can for these 2 laps.
That, and they could try and set up that 85 for one final jump at the line. 2 laps remain here in Daytona.
There's no way that they're going to go down pit road now. It's
no.
Now or never. Look at the 22 out to the inside.
Rowan goes to the bottom.
He blocks him.
Balls
Here comes the 77 to the outside.
Who does he go
Oh my
with?
goodness.
The 77 has a run. 77 has to get to the bottom.
Nope, he's gonna slow. Wait, they slow down again.
They really did slow down. Side by side for second.
Oh my goodness, will drive through get a run?
If the 85
Bulls
goes
isn't
to
gonna let him have it. Here
here we go. This is it. Drive through.
And drive through's got
on the outside. He's got no help. Now Rowan goes with him. Now he goes back to the
I
bottom.
don't know about that. Side by side for the lead still. And Rowan is going to lose the second place spot. Drive-through's going to slide back in.
Drive-through placed third in the 24 hours at Daytona. Now the white flag is out. One more lap to go.
Look at this block. Wow.
Big
Took the nose
block.
off the 77.
Can Drive-through get to victory lane? Yeah, this morning he was on the podium. Can he take the checkered flag all by himself?
Oh my
Bulls
goodness.
to the outside. He's got to run.
He's going to the run. What's the 22 going to go with?
He's
Or is he
going
going
to go
to
with the
bottom
bottom.
line?
Now he goes to the middle.
He's not going to try to help any of those guys out right now. The 77 has a run. I think he's going to clear him.
77 has the edge. Turn 3.
Oh, look, the 85's still down there.
And Drive-through's got it. Here they come through turn 4. Checkered flag is going to be in the air.
Here comes
They're
the 22
going to
down
make
the
out
inside, and
trouble.
they spin.
Bulls gets turned. I think he ran it out of fuel. Drive-through
And Drive-through is
wins
gonna
at Daytona. Yes.
Drive-through, the only lap that he led was the last one. The one that counted. Drive-through wins at Daytona.
I think Bulls ran it out of fuel coming off of 4.
That looked like it. They were slowing down pretty significantly.
Oh, no, we didn't.
I think Chris also ran out of fuel. I think he actually did. He's slowing down.
Bulls is still running.
And Drive-through.
And now I think everybody's out. Drive-through still has it. Drive-through is full throttle through turn 4.
He's gonna try to save
gonna
up
do a
so he
burnout.
can do the burnout. Yeah. Better slow down here. He's coming in pretty hot.
Yeah. We'll talk to Drive-Thru here in a moment once he gets to victory lane.
If he can make it to victory lane.
Yeah. Oh, and there goes Alvarez by. And great burnout
Grippy
there.
track. Grippy track. Yeah, he's going to have to have a little help from the grass.
He's going to need the clutch or something. Uh-oh.
Did the server crash?
Something happened.
I think the server crashed.
Somebody screwed up.
The race restarted.
Travis screwed up. I don't have any stats.
We can look back
At the
well, we know that James got the most laps, but
good
we can just look back at the
job,
recording.
Travis. All right. Drive-Thru. Post race interview. What a race.
Oh my God. What a race. Wow.
So
The
third place in the 24. You got on the podium there. Take us through that last lap. How on earth did you get by James?
Turned into a bit of an endurance race as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Just a
And
little.
the first caution happened just early enough that there wasn't quite enough fuel to make it to the end, and it turned into this saving race for the rest of the
honor of the
event.
Highway Patrol, 75 years of service.
I got to thank my Drive-Thru
Gentlemen,
Racing Ventures
start
boys.
your engines.
We kept it in line, and I said, 2 to go, all bets are off, and got a little bit dicey. James didn't end up in the top 3, but ended up just saving enough. They were sputtering at the end, got on the outside, made the move, and we were running out of gas coming into turn 1. Didn't even have enough to do donuts.
Couldn't tell if you just.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered because the server reset.
Everything's gone, but whatever.
Yeah, he might have accidentally pressed that button.
Yeah, oh well, it happens. So, thank you very much. Drive-Thru, your winner in the first race.
Let's see if we can get James up here in the booth. Try to get an interview with him.
James, so close, yet so far. Take us through that last lap.
Well, it all came down to pit strategy and fuel. I'm not even mad. I mean, I love most of the laps, but I wish I had a little bit left. As soon as I got around turn 3 on the last lap and Drive-Thru was right beside me, we had a good battle. It kind of sucks that just the car sputtered. It went down its speed. Like, if I held into the gas more, I probably would have stayed in second, but then I went across Chris's nose. So, it's a whole deal. I mean, I'm not mad about it, but, it's kind of yeah.
Well, on the bright side, you led the most laps, so you're going to get 3 bonus points. So you're still going to be pretty good for points.
Yeah, and these next coming up races, I mean, I'm good at these ovals and whatnot. I'm not much of a road course guy, as we saw in the season 1 of ORL, but I think IROC's gonna be a good run for me and everything. But I'm not gonna be mad. I led most of the laps, got 3 bonus points, 5th in the points at the start of this, so today's a good day. I wish I won it though.
But it was a very good run. Very good run.
Very good run. Thank you so much, James.
Thank you.
Didn't quite finish the race, but he did everything he could to try. That will do it for this stream. Of course, nothing saved, so I got to do all of this manually, and we'll stop losing frames now. So thank you so much for watching here at Daytona on ORLR, and we will see you next weekend in Atlanta. From everyone here, Jimmy Powell, I'm Jacob Hitz. So long from Daytona.